I'm Mr. MegaManFan. This is the PC Engine Files, and today we're looking at 21 Emon Mezase Hotel U, also known as 21 Emon, aim to be the Hotel King. Now, some sources will tell you this is based on the 21 Emon anime, but the 21 Emon anime was itself based on the 21 Emon manga, so we should take it all the way back to the beginning and tell you about the manga, which is set in the far-flung year of 2018. Given it was written in 1968, I'm sure 2018 did seem like way far away, but now it's the recent past, at least as of the filming of this video. The manga tells the story of 18-year-old 21 Emon, heir to a long dynasty of hotel owners whose ancestor goes back to the Tokugawa shogunate. Unlike the manga, the anime is set between 2051 and 2071, so they tried to put it a little further in the future when they adapted it into a show. And there are also films based on it. One's called 21 Emon Uchi Irishashi, probably butchering that, and another one's called 21 Emon to Space, the Barefoot Princess. So now you know there's a whole bunch of stuff that this video game could potentially be based on. But if you're watching the gameplay footage, you know something completely different. This is a board game. Yeah, you're thinking Mario Party, right? But this came out way before Mario Party, so maybe you could consider this to have been an influence on that instead of the other way around. But you could also consider games like Fortune Street on the Super Famicom and Rockman Board on the Famicom to be influences on both, so I guess it all depends on where the first board game in video games where you rolled dice and collected properties and kept them came from. Now, I say that knowing that you're probably thinking Monopoly, but I don't consider that the same thing because Monopoly didn't have mini games, which is what sets 21 Emon Mezase Hotel U apart, because you actually have to compete when you land on a space, and it turns out to be, at least the minigame that I played for this video, a simple to the right, mash the button as fast as you can to beat the other person in a one-on-one race type event. But since you can use this with a multi-tap, up to 4 people could be doing that at the same time. And I'm going to assume, without having played it further than I did for this video, that there are a whole variety of mini-games. What made the Mario Party series so addictive was the wide variety of mini-games, the lore of the Mario games they could draw upon, and how fun it was to play those mini-games even when you weren't playing the board games. You could go back and play them all on their own. So I don't think this would be the case with 21 Emon. I don't believe these games would be much fun outside of the context of the board game. And when you're playing 1 against 3 computer opponents, there's no trash talking, there's no I just stole your star, which is kind of the thing that makes Mario Party so addictive, is getting into it with your friends and family. It's probably more fun with a multi-tap. It's probably more fun with human opponents. It's probably more fun if you can read Japanese. So there's a lot against this, and yet I'm enjoying it because the music is charming, the graphics are cute, the gameplay itself is not so unfathomable that you can't get through it even without knowing Japanese. You just can't read some of the menu options, but you can kind of fumble your way through it if you've ever played a rolling dice board game video game. So I would call this something I would recommend casually, except for one problem. 21 Emon Mezase Hotel U was the very last hue card for PC Engine, and that makes it a very expensive game to own physically. The lowest price you're going to find it for loose is $150, and if you want it complete, you're paying anywhere from $200 to $300. So buyer beware. This is a very unaffordable game for most people. You should probably play it in emulation or through a Super SD System 3, something other than owning it physically, because I really can't recommend spending $300 on this game if you're not somebody that's dead set on a complete collection of PC Engine games and has a lot of money to blow and both reads and speaks Japanese fluently. This probably wouldn't be for you. But why not try it in emulation? Just have a little fun with it. If there was an English patch of it, I could probably have even more fun with it than I'm having in this video. There's a lot of potential here. I'd really like to explore it further, but some of the competitive options in the menus, like the hotel properties, how you manage those, how you increase their value, I'm not going to be able to figure those out just on the basis of the language barrier. But I see promise here. It's not bad, it's just insanely expensive for PC Engine. Thanks for watching.